guys, and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. We are back making our Disney Princess houses. So today we are making a house for Jane Porter from Tarzan. Technically she is not an official Disney princess, but we're still going to make her a house. So I raised it way up to kind of feel like a tree house, but I didn't want to do another tree house since Tinkerbell's is a tree house. So we ended up with something like this, kind of looking like it's in the middle of the jungle. Um, we got a lot of rooms and a lot to cover. So we're gonna hop right in and start with our kitchen immediately because there is so much to do for this house. Um, and I mean, like, we're gonna have a decent sized kitchen here. Oop, not what I wanted, but I guess that actually works. Um, Now I wanted this to be like a really big kitchen for the fact that we all know Tarzan and Jane wouldn't just be feeding themselves. They'd be taking care of like everybody um on the island in the jungle. Um so like the gorillas, that I don't remember half of their names and I feel bad. But like the elephant, obviously Jane's dad who stays behind with her. Like they'd be busy making a lot. So I wanted to make sure that I incorporated enough spots for it to appear like, they're making a lot of food. They're doing a lot. God, I hate corner pieces. They always suck and try to not do what I want them to. Let's use the shelf here maybe. Gotta scoot that light a little bit. Why why does it feel the need to do this to me? Like, let's just use this one. Okay. So yeah, like lots of space, lots of stuff being done, used, things like that. Want to make sure there's like tons of counter and basically just space for things to get cooked here. And then we have this small little area that honestly we're probably gonna pop a couple of pretty plants and basically call it done because there's not a lot of space here. I mean, like, we can pop some plants there. I want this place to have lots of plants. That is the only thing that I know, is that this place is going to have a lot of plants in it. So that it feels nice and full, but it's mostly going to be plants. Let's get our first bathroom just done and out of the way. We're gonna see a lot of yellow, in case you guys are unaware. Probably yellow, maybe some patterns. Yep, put the mirror over the toilet, why don't you? Okay. Hold up, I gotta look upstairs for a second. Okay. This is gonna be a bedroom. Just not our average bedroom. It's gonna be just kind of a randomly on a bunch of like random pieces of furniture. This is almost gonna be like a storage room as opposed to a bedroom. Um, I want it to look slightly cohesive, but not really. because yeah, this is gonna be like a random, maybe somebody comes to the island, maybe I don't know, maybe one of Jane's friends comes to visit. Probably not, considering she decided to leave her entire world behind to stay on an island with Tarzan. But just kind of some sort of vibe. Like it's put together, but also kind of really random. This is gonna be our dining slash living room. Honestly, I don't feel like they'd really use this at all. I mean, from the end of the movie, we see like them having fun, hanging out, doing a bunch of stuff. I don't really feel like they'd use the house much that I'm making, honestly. I feel like they'd be out in the jungle doing things with the gorillas or like just their friends completely. I feel like this would not be used. I feel like it's more of just a home base area. Um, but I like the idea of having a bunch of mix matched furniture and stuff as though they've been not really pulling things out of the ocean, but like just using what they could find or things that look like they've been hand built, like this little table here. Um, Things that aren't necessarily normal per se. I don't want it to look all put together. That's what I'm getting at. I want it to look very random, kind of. I don't even know. I just want it to look very random. But I still want to get like all of our basics across of what's here and stuff. So, um, that can be our centerpiece there. I originally wanted to try and build like a boat for this, like try and recreate um the boat that like Tarzan's parents died on, but I decided against that and to kind of stick a little more to the sort of random like they've built a home together kind of vibe. I didn't want it to be totally random but not totally put together either. So, that is too big, which is sad because I really like that. Um, Maybe that can go in there. I'm not sure what that room's gonna be yet, but maybe just a little love seat with the fire. We can get some. Gotta pop a chessboard here somewhere, don't I? The store is gonna move way over so that I can pop a chessboard there. I was actually looking for an easel though. Wasn't actually looking for a chessboard for once. I was looking for our lovely easel. But we had another activity that they could do. I think rugs are my hardest part here. Because I can't decide if I want them to look like they've been handmade, or if I want, well, okay, this one's a bad example, but if I want like a normal rug. I'm struggling to decide that a little bit. Um, the idea of that being one of the chairs and then that being the other one. Again, just very sporadic, random kind of things. being put together. Um, can't really fit a bookcase. That's fine. This area doesn't need much. Maybe we just get like, okay, where are our tall lamps? Yeah. Maybe we just get like a nice tall lamp or something to go here. We can find some more plants. That is actually huge. I didn't expect that to be so big. Yeah, just some nice plants and stuff. Okay, what am I gonna do with this room is now the question. Maybe we make this a reading room because we know that Jane likes books. Honestly, I don't know what you guys know when it comes to Disney, but the reason Jane's not a Disney princess anymore, because originally she was one, is because her colors are too similar to Belle, and she shared a lot of the same aspects. Like, if you think of Beauty and the Beast and then you think of like Tarzan, um, Belle and Jane are very similar to the point where they're almost the same people. Um, like they both fall in love with, I'm going to use the word monsters, neither the Beast or Tarzan are a monster, but they both fall in love with people who are damaged, but also like, I mean, Tarzan lives on an island. He was raised by gorillas. The Beast was, well, completely turned into a beast and everything. Like, so their stories were a little too similar and whatnot, and Disney apparently decided they didn't need another Disney princess or something along those lines. So Jane got booted, kind of. Their stories are too similar. They're almost like the same exact person. Ooh, excuse me. Or bless me. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of the story behind it. I mean, I don't know that much when it comes to it. I just know that Jane was a Disney princess for many years, and then she became an unofficial one after a while. So, um, okay. This is where I need to bring out some more rugs. And I'm thinking we use like this one in here, this one in here. No, I want to use that one in a bedroom. Oh my god. Why is it when I don't need a big rug, all I can find is big rugs, and then when I do need a big rug, I can't find a single big rug? Okay, that works. Okay, so we are gonna have Jane's dad's room here, and then Jane and Tarzan's room here. This one ended up being such a weird shape. Originally, I was gonna split it into like 2 or 3 rooms, and I decided against it like shortly after thinking I was gonna do that. Let's go with that. Yeah, I was gonna split it into like 3 rooms, and then I was like, no, like there's no point in me doing that. Like it'll be fine. Yeah. How do I decorate something like this? Is now the question. Like, how is this supposed to work? Um, I like the idea of her dad having like his own desk office. Again, I don't think they're even using this house to begin with, so there's not really a point in me. I mean, if we're following the story, they're definitely not using the house, but I like the idea of it. And I knew, okay, so when I started deciding I was gonna make like Disney princess houses instead of just the challenge that I was doing, I knew I wanted to do Jane and Tinkerbell. along with it. And I knew I wanted to do Meg from Hercules. It just, it all felt very right to me. It felt like something that I knew I wanted to add these characters in beyond our regular Disney princesses. Because these are characters that I like have associated myself with over the years. Um, yeah, I knew these were characters I wanted to do houses for. I just wasn't sure how I was gonna do them. And then I started building these houses, and oh my god, can I tell you, this is not how Jane's house looked the first like 3 times I built it. Um, I mean, like I said, originally I had built a tree house, but then I was like, no, like Tinkerbell has a tree house. I don't need to give Jane a tree house too. That feels like a little much having both of them have tree house and everything. And then I tried to build the boat, and then I don't know, there were a couple other variations that I didn't end up using, and I finally settled on this one because I liked how this one looked. I thought it seemed appropriate for Jane and whatnot. Um, yeah, but it took me quite a while to get to the point where this is what I wanted, or that I was even happy with what I was doing for it, because it's not easy when you have like no idea what you're going for. Oh my god, even decorating isn't easy when you have no idea what you're going for. Are these from the same pack and completely different? They are. Why is the wood swatch on this completely different if the yellow is the same? I hate that. I hate some of these packs for these things. Like, just make them. Why is this one white? Goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm down for the matched vibe, but I was kind of hoping to find two that were the same or something so that I could have, like, I don't know, similar dressers. Because I wanted something to go, like, here, like this. Okay. Let's get going with some of our plants. Because our plants are going to be a big thing here. Specifically, some of our hanging plants are going to be a bit. Apparently, that one hangs too low. Okay. Oh, these are gorgeous. I want it to basically feel like Tarzan picks plants for her, like picks plants, yeah. Picks flowers for Jane every day, pretty much. Is the goal. I think this can be still like off-centered. Maybe this can even. Is it weird if I angle everything? It is, but I kind of don't care because I really want this plant to go here. Maybe this plant should go in here? I don't even know. Okay, yes, that plant definitely needs to go in here. Okay, we're just gonna pop it there and call it good. Move our door back, move this back, we're good. Okay. Um, I want to fill this room up with some plants as well. These are the window boxes, they are. Not actually what I'm looking for, but okay. Yeah. See, it's the greenery that's gonna matter in here. sunflowers. Have a nice big plant here, maybe. Make sure the desk is actually usable. Oh, it's like a curtain of flowers. Kind of cool. Maybe we can do that in her dad's room a little bit. Get some more plants. Okay. I'm kind of running out of... How am I running out of space for plants? You know what? Plants can still go in here. Yeah. Oh, yes, more wall plants that we can use. Why is there a cabbage? Huh, that's cool. Not what I was thinking of, but we can put at least one or two plants in the... Well, maybe one plant in the kitchen. Yeah, this is where it's gonna get a little overboard on the plants, and I would like to apologize now, but I'm really not gonna apologize. Because there is a vision and vibe, keep saying the word vibe, for how I want this place to feel and be. And sadly, that is very planty. At least from one angle, I want it to be incredibly planty. Like, it doesn't have to actually be planty everywhere. But is this a little wheelbarrow? Oh, that's adorable. This is massive. Oh my god. Okay. I want to fit more plants. But we really don't need more plants. We really don't. I know we don't. It's just hard to stop once you start with the plants. I mean, can I put this on his desk at least? Like, probably get, yeah, a plant on her desk too. Okay. Okay. I think we're nearing the end of the plant fixation. In theory, at least. Oh, that's right. We have these whole plant wall things. No. Okay. No, no, no. The single rose. Wait, no, that's Beauty and the Beast. That's not Tarzan. Yep. Don't let me make that mistake. That would have just been a whole different movie. Okay. We're getting lots of, oh my goodness, lots of plants. I think I probably need to stop with the amount of plants that we're getting, with the exception of this wall still needs some. What's that? Oh, that's nice. See, now this wall just still needs a bit of plants to kind of fill in the staircase situation. Put that there. Use this again here. Does it look bad from up here? No, it does not. Okay. That's all I care. That doesn't look bad. Okay. And now we need to go do through, not do, well, but go through and do our flooring and wallpaper. Our kitchen's gonna have wood flooring. Pretty much every room up here is gonna have the same flooring. Okay, and then we need tile for our, we only have one bathroom. I did not mean for that to happen. I meant for one of those 2 rooms upstairs to become a bathroom. What have I done? I've condemned them to only have 1 bathroom. Not sure how I could have done this to them. I didn't mean to. Yeah, okay, that's a lot. Do we maybe have like, yeah, let's go with the brown. Because I want to keep elements of the brown, like the jungle kind of going. I don't want to just end up with complete and utter chaos yellow, even if it feels right. I do like the idea of all the wallpaper though, so we will stick with that. I don't know what I'm gonna put in their room yet. Okay, her dad's room. I'm feeling a, do I like the blue or do I like the brown? I think we go with that one. Get a bit of the blue vibe in there. Actually, you know what? We just found our wallpaper for their bedroom. Did we? Maybe this needs to be the wallpaper in the rest of the house. Or at least in these. Yeah, that'll work there and there. Which means we can use this one in different rooms. And now I gotta change their bedroom, which is fine because I would actually rather yellow for the, oh my god, that got so bright. But I would actually rather like yellow for their room. Yeah, and I don't want the pale yellow, I want this bright yellow. Okay. We can do the wall there with that green. And that is going to be the end of this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, every single week, and I will see you guys in the next one.